good, so good, so good.
Score holiday gifts everyone wants for way less at your Nordstrom Rack store. Save on UGG, Nike, Rag & Bone, Vince, Frame, Kurt Geiger London, and more.
Because there's always something new.
I'm giving all the gifts this year with that extra 5% off when I use my Nordstrom credit card. Santa who?
Join the Nordy Club at Nordstrom Rack to unlock our best deals. It's easy. Big gifts, big perks. That's why you rack.
Acast powers the world's best podcasts. Here's a show that we recommend.
Hello, this is Jessie and Lenny Ware from Table Manners, a podcast direct from our dining table where we talk all things
food, family, growing up.
And everything in between. This season, we've had Reese Witherspoon reveal the greatest cookie recipe.
We had Gary Oldman, who's freshly knighted.
Sir Gary Oldman. Now. We did some singing with Gloria Estefan. And Jeremy Allen White
has shared some culinary stories with us.
And it's not just this series. We've had plenty of other brilliant guests where you can listen back to all the episodes. People like Cher,
Dolly Parton,
Kate Winslet, St Paul McCartney,
John Legend,
Benny Blanco and Selena Gomez. We've had them all and we've fed them very well. Come and listen to Table Manners, the podcast with me, Jessie Ware and Lenny Ware.
Acast helps creators launch, grow, and monetize their podcasts everywhere. Acast.com.
Hello and welcome back to Sober Awkward, where we're doing something a little bit different. We started this podcast to share our own messy, awkward, and hopefully humorous journeys through sobriety, and have always felt incredibly humbled by how many of you have connected with our stories. But not everyone's journey is the same as Vic and I's. So we put our heads together to figure out a way to give back and let our listeners inspire each other. Basically, we're taking us two idiots completely out of the equation. We decided to run a storytelling competition, during which we asked you to share your own inspirational stories of recovery with us. Well, to be honest, the stories you sent us completely blew us away. They were powerful, moving, and truly inspiring. We knew right away that we had to share them. So, with the permissions of the storytellers, we're going to be sharing one of their stories with you each week. This is our way of celebrating you. These are your stories, raw, real, and full of hope. Welcome to Sober Stories. Today's sober story is from Brian. I looked at her from across the room. There were bottles littered about on most surfaces, some half-drunk wine glasses, a few empty beer cans. A shot glass lay tipped over on the floor, a viscous green liquid pooling beside it. Some bottles had cigarette butts floating in their remnants. The burnt ends of a couple of joints lay on the glass coffee table. The air was a mix of stale alcohol, smoke, and something else that I couldn't quite pinpoint until I saw the lumpy stain on the floor. Vomit. I guess that got a bit out of hand, eh? She hardly looked up. She was cold and pale looking, hardly dressed, wrapped in a thin couch throw she must have grabbed from the upturned basket laying beside the stain. Yeah, was her faint reply. I wanted to say more, to say something, but I wasn't sure how to proceed. It's hard to express your thoughts when your thoughts can't make sense of what you're seeing. What happened, I wondered. Was it just the two of us, or was her husband here? I tried to retrace the events that led up to it. My head was throbbing, my hands fidgeting, and my heart echoing in my ears until she broke in. Nothing happened, Brian. I was immediately relieved, although perhaps a little dejected by the absence of any disappointment in her voice. No, I know, I lied. I mean, nothing happened. That's what we'll say. We just drank too much and I crashed on your couch. I look back on that moment. I'll never really know what happened. I'm not sure if she knew for certain either. It started like any other at the bar. There was the usual crowd. Her and Sean were the only married couple. They lived in the apartment block across from mine. Gaz, my neighbour from the apartment above mine, his name was short for a much longer Indian name that I never bothered to learn. Scott was there too, I think. I'd known him since childhood. He was boring, never drank more than a single beer because he had to drive home. I'd always dismiss him, such a lightweight as he'd always been. Not my best friend, just my oldest. Unlike Sean, who I'd not known near as long but quickly became the kind of best friend I'd always wanted. Someone who could drink till the light of the morning and, like me, never said no to another round. There were a few others, connected to one or more of us in some way, and then there were those we knew only from the bar. They have no lives on record in the archives of my brain other than their life in the bar. I could tell you what they drank and their usual pub food, but nothing more. The Rosencrantz and Guildensterns in my life's drunken tragedy. Clara and Sean were separated when I first met him a few years before. He talked about her like she was a witch. I could relate, having gone through a bad breakup myself not long before. They eventually reunited and reconciled. When I first met Clara, she was nothing like his description, unless she'd cast a spell on me. But from the moment I saw her, I secretly lusted for her. But there were rules in life, and a code between best friends I'd never break. I tried sifting through the fragmented memories of the night before. It started early with dinner at the bar. It wasn't an occasion, just a Friday, but we drank hard. We were all binge drinkers, and we were in sync that night. Gaz, dressed impeccable in his tailored shirts, his coiffed black hair, that rich, gravelly accent. I always felt like he must have come from some upper-class family back home and was slumming it with us common folks here in Canada. By the end of the night, he'd always end up a blubbering mess, telling us how he missed his family. We didn't care, but we pretended to because he bought rounds of drinks. That night we were smoking a lot of pot as well. Going outside and being discreet at first, and then later just crowding into the men's bathroom. I recalled that Sean was a bit sick and the liquor was hitting him harder than usual, so he decided to go home early, but Clara stayed. Recalling this, I realised he never made it to my place. She and I had been flirting for months whenever we drank too much at the pub, which was whenever we were at the pub. But it was subtle enough that you'd have to be sober to notice, and no one was ever sober for long there. That night, with Sean not in the picture, we drank past the point where friend codes lived. All that mattered was my desire for Clara. Her beautiful raven hair framing satin skin stretched over her high Irish cheekbones, those wide, expressive eyes always glistening with what seemed a subtle hunger when she looked at me. When the bell rang for last call, we decided to take the party back to my place. Some fell by the wayside and a few made the trek, stumbling their way through my door. My apartment, furnished almost entirely from IKEA's budget-friendly lines, the centrepiece being my prized leather poang chair and ottoman, bought already broken in from the previous tenant. I recall Gaz falling asleep soon after some drinking game. Rosie and Guildenstern started by flipping coins, and then soon after they all slipped out, their laughter echoing in the hall. But Clara and I didn't stop. We moved closer, and flirting quickly became touching, and soon we decided to seek more privacy in the only other room, leaving Gaz slumped in the poang. My memory ends with us moving past the Billy bookcase, and Clara and I falling into the futon that doubled as my bed. I strained for more, but it was a blank. I looked over at her once again. Clara, Gaz was here. He will attest that you drank till late and crashed. He must have just left. But as I looked at her, just below her hair, beautiful now as the night before, even messy and a little oily as it was, there were constellations of pink and purple marks, some bearing the distinctive impression of teeth, irrefutable contradiction to our planned story. This was the dramatic end of a friendship I so dearly valued. Perhaps it's unfair to blame it all on alcohol, but it never would have happened in its absence. Yet it's also a story that played out over and over again in various iterations throughout my life. Escapism, chasing the high, recklessness, lost friendships, guilt, shame, regret, and loneliness. Except for Scott, who always stuck around, because he was always too boring to find a better friend. Although now I enjoy his company more, sometimes reminiscing about those crazy times. Him with a single beer, and me an Italian soda.
If you're questioning your relationship with booze, you're struggling to moderate, or your hangovers are causing anxiety, it might be time to reach out for some support.
Yeah, just talk to a mate about how you're feeling, contact a local doctor, find an AA or sobriety group. Vic's got one.
Yeah, just head to www.cuppa.community.
Remember, if you're questioning yourself, it might be time to seek support.
Even though this journey can be awkward, it is definitely worth it. And if you've enjoyed the Sober Awkward podcast, don't forget to review it, rate it, and share it with your mates.
They have to share it with their mates?
Yeah, of course they do. I'm not doing this for nothing, Hamish. Bloody hell.
How do they share it?
I don't know, just write it on the document.
So good, so good.
Get ready, because Clear the Rack is on at your Nordstrom Rack store. Now through Tuesday, find incredible deals on Wear Now styles, on sale for even less at Nordstrom Rack. Take an extra 25% off red tag clearance throughout the store from brands like Vince, AG, Madewell, and more. All sales final. The best stuff goes fast, so shop this sale at Nordstrom Rack today. Please see NordstromRack.com or ask a store associate for details.
GEHA was started by postal employees in 1937. Today, we offer exclusive health plans for all federal employees and retirees. GEHA. Find your federal health plan at GEHA.com.
Acast powers the world's best podcasts. Here's a show that we recommend.
Hello, this is Jessie and Lenny Ware from Table Manners, a podcast direct from our dining table where we talk all things
Food, family, growing up.
and everything in between. This
This
season, we've had Reese Witherspoon reveal the greatest cookie recipe.
we had Gary Oldman, who's freshly knighted.
Sir Gary Oldman.
Sir
to
Gary
you
Oldman.
now. We did some singing with Gloria Estefan and Jeremy Allen White.
Has shared some culinary stories with us.
And it's not just this series. We've had plenty of other brilliant guests where you can listen back to all the episodes. People like Cher,
Dolly Parton,
Kate Winslet, St Paul McCartney,
John Legend.
Benny Blanco and Selena Gomez. We've had them all and we've fed them very well. Come and listen to Table Manners, the podcast with me, Jessie Ware and Lenny Ware.
Acast helps creators launch, grow, and monetize their podcasts everywhere. Acast.com.
So, as you probably know, my comedy memoir, 1,000 Wasted Sundays, is officially out. All my magnificent fuck-uppery in one awkward hit. If you'd like to get your hands on a copy, it's now available from all good bookstores.
We always say all good bookstores, don't we?
Yeah.
Are there bad
No, it's
bookstores?
probably ones with moody sellers.
Oh yeah, really
Yeah.
depressed librarian folk.
Yes,
Okay,
yeah,
good.
yeah. So there are probably some, but we're only storing it in the good ones.
It's only made it into the goodies.
You can also get it from all good online retailers. The print version and ebook are out now, and the audiobook will be available in March. I've been writing my memoir for 5 years. It will make you laugh, cry and cringe, and hopefully inspire a few people to reconsider their relationship with booze. If you love the podcast, then I think you'll love the book, even if I do say so myself. Hamish has read it. What did you think?
I feel like I know a little bit too much about you now, to be honest, Vic. Look, I really loved it. It was hilarious and surprisingly moving, but I feel like I've seen you naked in a literary sense.
Yeah.
Does that make sense?
Yeah, that's worrying.
Yeah. From an emotional point of view, seriously, it wobbled my teeny weeny wooden heart, Vic.
Okay.
My teeny little wooden heart.
Well, his teeny little, his wooden heart is broken. Anyway, so if you do manage to get your filthy mitts on a copy, please do me a favour and head to goodreads.com and give me a review. Doing that will help me get it out there to those that need a bit of sober support. So there you have it. My story, unwanted warts and all. Come and get awkward with me.
Not to be too demanding or anything, but seriously, go and buy it
Yeah,
now.
go and buy it right now.
Yeah, don't just tell your friends, buy it, and then buy your friends one or two.
Yeah, don't give them a copy, buy it. Yeah.
And you know what? Don't be careful where you store it. If you lose it, you can always buy another 5.
Buy another one.
Yeah.